Hey everyone, welcome back. Arc Trading here. Hope everyone's doing pretty well. What a wipeout of a Friday today. I mean, just based on the weekly on both ES and NQ, any gains that they both had on the week was just given back today on a Friday. So let's kind of dive into it. I took two trades today. Technically, it's like my first red day in 2 weeks, just based on commissions and the fill prices. Not terrible, very tiny red, but I'll take it in the end. So just kind of explain what happened on the daily chart for ES. We were holding above these volume imbalances the last couple days, using it as support. Went right into this daily fair value gap in the London session. Failed to close above it, wicked above it, but failed to close above it, and we just rejected it all the way through, taking all this sell side down here. Just talk about the overall morning session. So off the bat, off the open, we were just bleeding straight down. We did take London lows and Asia lows as well, even for the last couple of days. We took out a lot of sell side from Wednesday's Asia London lows, Thursday's London lows. So honestly, today I was playing very conservative. I was okay with not even taking a trade. No setups on my end. Typically, I look for a rate of liquidity and then opposing a trade for the opposing direction. So a couple of mini bounces here and there, and then at around 11 o'clock. Now I typically just take break of structure on the 5 minute and wait for a fair value gap to open up and take it long, for example. There was no break of structure here, but judging by that, we had these two daily volume imbalances on ES. I figured it was prone to bouncing. In the end, we are probability traders, so judging by that, I took the chance of taking this trade. Fairly small position too, nothing drastic. So there was this inversion on this 5 minute fair value gap at 10:55. So kind of closed above it. I did take this long at 45.13. I kind of bounced into it, so I manually entered it in. I was risking off about 2.5 handles right down here. Now, I was kind of planning on scaling out today. Since it was a smaller position, I didn't want to make it worth my while. I took 3 micros, and I'll show you the executions in a bit. I did take one out at 45.18. Next, which was 2R exactly. Add one more contract out at 3R, and then one more past this buy side right here. Okay, which would be also a break of structure. So as soon as I took one out at 45.18 over here, which is 2R. Now, typically I do only just take 2R and close out my whole position, but for some reason today I just felt like scaling out. After I took out that one contract, I did set my loss to break even, which it wicked me out right there at 11.55. Now, good thing I did do break even because it would have never even hit my 3R target, and it would stop me out anyways. And just to show execution right here, so around 11.34, okay, got in 45.13, 3 micros, took one out at 45.18, and then stopped the rest out at break even. Okay, so nothing drastic. And now going off the second trade, which was on NQ, approximately around like noon. So there was this break of structure right here. So we had that lower low and then higher high, right? No inverted fair value gap. There was a tiny one here, but and then no fair value gap either. So I was kind of waiting, and this shallow fair value gap opened up right here. So I did go long at 15,437.25. I was risking off this displacement candle right here. Now, at first it did pop up. I was just going for 2R target on this one, about 14 points. It did pop up and it went past 1.5 Rs. And as soon as it went past it, I did set to break even just in case it started throttling down. So didn't take anything out, went to break even. There was some slippage involved. And with commission, that kind of put me a little bit in the red today. Now, realistically, even though, as you can see here, it worked out, this would have stopped me out if I didn't get out break even. So originally my loss was right here. This would have easily wicked me out. Okay. So break even kind of saved me for the day. And especially on days like this, it's really important to play defensively. I'm very, very conservative with my stops. As soon as it goes past 1.5 Rs or even 2 R, I will set it to break even. My best trades are the ones where it gets me in and it never sees my entry again. And I like to keep it that way. So it could have been a worse day. It's okay with that. It wasn't a green day, but definitely could have been worse if it wasn't for overall management. And even though I am a person that likes to set it and forget it, on certain days you have to kind of micromanage it sometimes. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment down below if you have any questions, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.